Welcome back to Dr. Rami's Anatomy, this time the mandibular premolar. We've already done this. Slap some orange wax onto that tooth and start adding gray wax. Once you start doing that, bulk the wax up towards the mesial contact and then try to get your occlusal height. When adding to the occlusal, keep bulking it until you see it fall nicely into the groove of the maxillary teeth between the canine and the first premolar. It's going to take a good amount of wax. There you go. It's starting to fit nicely into that groove. Once you get that, outline the body of the facial of the tooth. Add a strip of wax to the center and mesial outlines. Then fill in with more gray wax. Start adding wax to the distal, and we'll take a bird's eye view to check it out. Once you have the bulk of your facial, smooth it out with hot wax. Look at that shine. Onto the backside, heat and pull the wax to cover the bulk nicely. Watch how smooth it's added. Once you cover the lingual side, add some thickness to the lingual cusp with little balls of wax. Once you've achieved an adequate height, continue adding wax to the marginal ridges as well. Heat your instrument and pull the wax into a nice, natural-looking appearance. It should start to flow into each other, like this. Remember, you're practically the plastic surgeon of the tooth, so don't make it look too fake. And look how smooth it looks. Once you've done this, you should have a nice rough estimate of the tooth. We're going to give the occlusal a little more anatomy, so go in with your cleoid discoid and shape the cusp and fossa. You can do this by lightly removing wax in a similar way to the tooth on the opposite side of the arch. The occlusal carving is where you start to give the tooth some character and anatomy. Continue to trim and smooth the tooth all around. You'll start to see its shape come into form. Look how good that's looking. So Some final tips. After carving, use a triangular tool to improve the detail of your fossa. Once you have, use the carver to finish. The triangular tool will help you to get that detail in the fossa that you're missing. Getting the occlusal anatomy of the premolar is where you'll spend most of your time, but then it'll look like this, which is what you're looking for. Take out the tooth, and let's add wax to any deficient interproximal contacts. Make sure to smooth it out so it has a nice transition. It should have a rounded quality to it rather than an immediate, sharp aspect of a contact. Trim your emergency profile, and then give it the pantyhose treatment. Time to check contacts. You'll see the contacts here in MIP. Note that there should be no excursive contacts. Take a look. Now, it's time for pictures. Tell your tooth to pout for you, show you anger, and love the camera. Work it, tooth. Work it. That's all for the mandibular first premolar. We'll see you next time.